Hello there guys, and welcome back to the series. Welcome back to Football Manager 2023 with me, your host Dean, and welcome back to our epic quest across Europe where we're looking to win the top flight division in each of the European nations. In the game, we're currently in nation number 27, which, as you know from the last episode, is the Netherlands. We are the manager of Feyenoord. We've reached 2/3 of the way through our first season here, and we're going to start off with a couple of records that we've done. And that is in terms of transfers. We've got some new record ins and outs. Julian Frender has left for £75 million, rising to £80 to Real Madrid. We did then replace him with the goalkeeper, which is now our record in. Our record in before that was Thomas Monk, who, if you remember, we signed for Copenhagen before we left for £20 million. He's been our record transfer for all this time until we've brought in Sven de Ridder. We are going to have a look over those guys before we get into it though, so let's go to the transfer screen and have a look at the history. Let's sort it by date. You can see we've brought in £88 million in transfers so far this season. Of course, we did sell Julian Frender there to Real Madrid for a total of £80 million. He is a good goalkeeper, don't get me wrong. He's played 7 times for Real Madrid so far, but if we compare him with our new goalkeeper in de Ridder, there's not too much between them. Frender is the green line, so he's slightly better speed-wise, mentally, communication. He's a lot more eccentric, though, which we have seen in a Feyenoord shirt. There's some of the things that he's done. Sven is a good shot stopper. He's better in the air. He's just as physical. And he's... How old is he? He's 6 years younger, so he's got a lot going for him, has Sven de Ridder. So we have brought him in. In terms of the rest of the outs, it's all been loans, really. Everybody else has gone on a loan. We have brought some in, though. And the first one we brought in was Sven de Ridder to replace Frender. We then brought in John Cervantes. I'm going to say Cervantes. He is a right-sided inside forward, and he is very, very good. Finishing could do with being just a touch better, but he is very quick. He's very agile. We brought him in from America de Cali for £2.4 million. His value is it's 20 times what it was that we paid for him already, and he's had a good start to life in the Eredivisie with 2 starts and 2 goals and 2 assists so far. So excited to see the 22-year-old Colombian. And then most recently I've spent £3.2 million on Yannis Reinhardt. He is a slightly older 30-year-old German right fullback. Again, has started okay, could be a little bit better. He's lacking a little bit of match sharpness, but he's not too bad. So those are the ins. So in terms of financially, the club, we were about 16 million in the red. Obviously, with that sale of Frender, it brought us massively back into the black. We've still got 14.3 million left in the bank. 13 million of that is transfer budget. The wage budget with these signings has gone up to £1 million a week now, though, unfortunately. But in terms of how things are going in the league, you were last here. Way back here, the disappointing 0-0 with Volendam, of course, when my microphone failed, and then Heracles, the 1-0 win, which again was a little bit disappointing. We then took on Rijeka at home in the Conference League. It was another 0-0 draw. This was our poor patch of form right here. It was quite poor, that 0-0 against Rijeka, and then a 1-1 draw with Go Ahead Eagles in the next game, again at home. We had to come from behind. It was a bullet of a free kick from Roosendaal, but Frank Quant grabbed the point for us in the 36th minute. We did have a lot of shots again, but we just couldn't find the back of the net, and that was our December and November not scoring the goals. So we followed that up with a return to winning ways, and it was against SC Heerenveen. Badiola and Armando Willems with the goals in this one. Both of them came in the second half. It was another good performance. Vreekamp up top didn't play particularly well. It's a win. It is a win, and we needed it desperately. Dinamo Batumi of Georgia were next up in the Conference League, and we absolutely battered them 7-1. It was 5-0 after it was 4-0 after 16 minutes. We made it 5 in the first half before adding 2 in the second half. We had 11 shots on target. 7 of them went in. Their goalkeeper, although his match rating doesn't actually show here, he had an absolute shocker, but it was a good return to goal scoring ways for us, and we followed that up against FC Twente. Ludo Rinner, he was already at the club. We'll go over him in a minute. He's another one who we're retraining to play as that Segundo Volante. Vreekamp and Carlos Enriquez on the score sheet. Another good performance. Next up was Radnik Sudalika, another former team who we come up against. I believe this was in Serbia, Radnik Srdelica, I think the Serbian. We went there and we picked up, they are Serbian, picked up a 2-0 win in this one, which was good. Barto and Masamba with the goals in that one. So we did qualify from the league phase straight into the round of 16 in the Conference League. Unfortunately, it was a draw in the next game against Vitesse. It was quite a close game. XG-wise, we probably edged it. We did have more shots. We just couldn't find the back of the net, and Magnussen's picked up the man of the match in defence for us as well. So that was disappointing. Went through in the cup against Fortuna Sittard 4-1. Sparta Rotterdam 3-0 in the league. Willems, Veerkamp and Badiola with the goals. Good performance. Followed up by a 2-0 win over RZ. Veerkamp and Cervantes making his debut, getting on the score sheet in this one. Knocked out the cup though by Heerenveen, which was disappointing to go out so early on in the third round after extra time as well. But then it was NAC, and NAC are still flying high at the top of the table. Cervantes and Badiola with the goals cancelled out the Alvarez penalty there for NAC, and that was a good win. And followed it up with two more. The first one against Groningen, 2-1 in this one, Barto and Willems, and then the 3-1 against Heracles, who are still at the bottom of the table, by the way. And it was Carriere, Quant and Jose Manuel Malan getting on the score sheet for this one. A very good performance. So where that leaves us in the league is currently in second position, 3 points behind Ajax still. Ajax have dropped a couple of points themselves over the course of the season. Not too many though. I think their only loss it came against Go Ahead Eagles, a 1-0 there, a draw with NAC. That's it in terms of the Eredivisie. It's going to be very difficult to overthrow them, particularly when they have players like this. Look, Gaetan is valued over £150 million in the centre of midfield. He's very good. But we have closed that gap to 4 points. We've only lost 3 games all season, which is really good. One of those was to Ajax. They've lost 2 themselves, though, to Utrecht and Go Ahead Eagles. So we do need them to slip up again. We do have a double header for today, though, the first of which is against Heerenveen, of course, who knocked us out of the cup, disappointingly. And this is the lineup that we're going to go with for today. It's going to be De Ridder, the new man in goal, who, like I said, is very good. That is the kind of polygon I want to see with a goalkeeper. I don't want any of this eccentricity. I don't know whether it works or not, whether it makes a difference in the eccentricity. But the 23-year-old Belgium comes in. Carriere, now he can play as a right back, and he's going to play there today. He's actually a very good attacking wing back. On support, defensively, it does let him down. But if we're going forward, which I expect us to be at home to Heerenveen, he's not going to need to do too much defending. So Masambo and Barto as the two centre-backs. Magnussen moves across to the left-hand side today. You can see Reinhardt is not quite up to match fitness. In terms of left-back, Hadjo is still coming back from his injury. He's still got another 5 to 10 days. So we're playing Magnussen there. Martins, Boyk and Badiola is the midfield 3. Ludo Rinne, like I said, was naturally an attacking midfielder for us, but we are training him to be that segundo volante. If you look at his attributes, he can play that very well. And we do actually have a promise to give him more playing time. But he has made a couple of appearances for us. In fact, you know what? We're going to get him in today instead of Boyk. Boyk's not been brilliant. So we'll get Rinne in. Cervantes, the new man, on the right-hand side. Willems and Veerkamp moves up front. Quant has arranged a transfer at the end of his contract to Norwich, which is disappointing. And Wim Veerkamp has also arranged a transfer at the end of his contract. He's going to South Korea, I believe. Ulsan, I believe, are a South Korean team. They are indeed. So 2 of the Dutch players leaving there, unfortunately. So we're underway here at De Kuip in front of 41,500 people. We're approaching 15 minutes now. Still 0-0. You can see by shots-wise that we are on top. Ajax are losing, though. Ajax are losing at home to FC Emmen. We do get our first highlight of the game in the 20th minute, and it is SC Heerenveen with the ball. They played it forward, but Veerkamp's done well to come back and win that one back. That's a shocking pass by Veerkamp, and Heerenveen do manage to clear the ball. Masamba does get there and finds his new goalkeeper in De Ridder, who calmly plays the ball out, looking over the top. That's a great pass. Veerkamp's onto it. What a touch. Can he score? He's hit the crossbar. Route 1 there from De Ridder, the sweeper keeper. That would have been some goal. The touch from Veerkamp was absolutely brilliant as well. But we are coming again with Barto and now Rinne, feeding the ball forward towards Cervantes, who can't get there. Obi cuts it out. Cervantes has won it back though. Rinne to Veerkamp, has the effort from there. That was a bit of a waste from Veerkamp there. That's I don't think we've got shoot on sight turned on. I don't know why he's quite shooting from there. Masamba wins that header though, falls at the feet of Martins. Cervantes back to Rinne. Veerkamp inside the area. Needs some support though. Cuts it back for Cervantes. Jean Cervantes gets his 4th goal for the club since signing. And we've taken the lead 1-0 against SC Heerenveen, which is a good thing. As you can see, after half an hour, Ajax have just drawn level. We were moving back to level on points with Ajax as things stood there. FC Emmen, who are down near the bottom of the table, that would be some result to go to the Johan Cruyff Arena and pick up any kind of point there. We're looking to extend our lead though. It's Rinne feeding the ball forward towards Cervantes, who's in again. This time it's a good save by Yeboah in goal for Heerenveen, but it is going to go out for the corner, which I believe is going to be taken by Willems. It is Willems. Can he pick out a central defender at that near post? It's towards that near post. It's headed clear by the defender though. And that is the end of that as we approach the half time. Like I said pre-game, I can't see us having to do much defending in this game. And that's ringing true so far. 1-0 at the break. Hour on the clock now though, guys. And we are looking to extend our lead again. Unfortunately, Ajax have taken the lead against FCM and it just wasn't meant to be, was it? So I think we're going to have to rely on beating Ajax ourselves if we can. It's Rinne coming forward with the ball though. He's tackled well by the Heerenveen player. Now Heerenveen looking to build something themselves with Bonny down this right-hand side. Willems comes back to try and get the block the cross. He does, and it deflects up into the arms of the Belgian in De Ridder. Can he pick one of those passes out again over the top for Vreekamp? That would be good. No, he rolls it out instead to Barto, inside to Rinne. A smart little touch to get past the defender. Vreekamp looking to feed Cervantes on the right-hand side. Can he pick out a teammate? Checks back, finds Carrière, who gets the ball into the box, and it's a great header by Badiola. It's a great cross by Carrière, and that's why we've played him at the wing-back position for today's game, because of his crossing ability. It's a really well-worked goal. Hang about. FC Emmen have equalised again. They've made it 2-2. That draws us to within a point of Ajax. With 5 minutes remaining, we're not bothered about our game now. we know what's happening in our game, and we need FC Emmen to hold on. Rinne feeds the ball forward towards Cervantes though, looks to get it in towards Vreekamp, who gets there to make it 3. He's hit it straight at the goalkeeper, and it's gone behind for another corner to Feyenoord. But we don't want to see this. We don't want to see this. We want to see what FC Emmen are doing against Ajax. Heerenveen have cleared the ball from the corner anyway. It's still 2-2, guys. Into injury time, certainly in our game anyway. And if that stayed the same, that is a huge result for us. Yes, we've won 2-0. That's great. Well done. Well done to the second best team in the league, beating Heerenveen. Yes, that is the biggest result of the day, guys. That right there, Ajax 2, Emmen 2, moves us to within the point of Ajax. NAC are right on our tails though, just the 2 points behind us. So that was a really, really good result. Unfortunately, NAC is still winning. They keep winning themselves and they keep putting the pressure on us. But we've drawn back to within a point of Ajax. We do have another game in today's episode though, guys. It is against FC 20. It's about 7 days away. So I'm going to go play through those now, where hopefully we can come back. Ajax are away to Heerenveen. Hopefully they drop points in that. That's before our game. We're away to 20. Hopefully we can win that one. Keep the pressure on Ajax. But I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Right, guys, welcome back. We've made it to the FC 20 game. Ajax drew again. They drew with Heerenveen. And that was despite Heerenveen going down to 10 men. We have the opportunity to go top the league here if we can beat FC 20, who are currently down in 16th position. We could go top the league, guys, for the first time this season. I'm looking forward to it. NAC says they've played already. Did they play? They did. They drew 0-0 as well. So there's an opportunity to put a little bit of daylight between us and NAC. But in terms of the game today against FC 20, we have got one change, and that is because Willem Martins is suspended, so we bring James Berry in as that defensive midfielder. We're going to leave everything else the same. We played quite well in the last game. So as we get the game underway, we're in our changed kit today of the grey bluey colour. And we do start off with the ball inside the 3rd minute. Barto bringing it out of defence. Finds Magnusson. Now Badiola again. Barto back to Magnusson on left-hand side. Forward towards Willems. Magnusson seeing a lot of the ball early on in these opening minutes of the game. Looks to drive forward now. Finds Berry. Berry with the ball over the top, looking for Vreekamp. Brings it down on his chest. Puts the ball in the back of the net. Of course, we're going to get the VAR check, but this is our opportunity to overtake Ajax in the league table. Come on, VAR, be my friend. It is my friend. It's a great finish by Vreekamp. He's really stepped up to becoming the starting striker. That's a great ball forward, great touch, and a great finish from Vreekamp there. And watch this, guys, watch. Yeah, top of the league. Top of the league. We're looking to extend our lead in this game, though. And we do have the corner, which is going to be taken by Willems. Aiming it towards that near post. We get the head on it with Masamba, but he can't keep the header down. Unfortunately, it has gone over the bar. Derrida, goal kick. Still inside the first 20 minutes. It's a good pass out to the right-hand side. And Cervantes, who gets the ball back. The little give and go there. Cervantes looking to bring the ball forward again. He's forced backwards, though. And Van der Ven gets back to him. And now Twente looking to counter. Berry does really, really well, protecting his back four there. And we can come forward again with Cervantes looking to find Vreekamp. Cleared as far as Magnusson. Now Magnussen back into the box. And Cervantes is either saved by the goalkeeper or it hit the base of the post. I think it was a save by the goalkeeper. We worked that opportunity really, really well there. Berry screening his defence fantastically well as well to stop the FC Twente threat. And we look threatening again ourselves. It's a good tackle on Willems, who he picks himself, gets the ball again. Badiola, curling effort just wide of the post. Twente, just before half-time, do have a corner. It's headed clear, though, by Masamba. Pajic is going to get the opportunity to put the ball back into the box, and he takes it round the defender far too easily towards that back post. Masamba again with a header away. Hartman inside to Simone. Simone creating the space for a shot, and Amado Simone has levelled the game for FC Twente, which is very, very disappointing. Which means we're no longer top. With the points not enough, that would leave us the point behind Ajax. We did dominate that first half, though. FC Twente have not really had anything. We're going to have to get a little bit shouty at them, because with Ajax dropping points, we need to make sure that we're picking them up, because that's the only chance we've got of beating Ajax this season. As things stand, it's as you were, a point behind them. So we do desperately need to get this win, and hopefully this is the opportunity to go back ahead. Magnussen feeds the ball down the line to Willems, gets it back from Willems. Magnussen, can he deliver the cross? He can. It's towards the back post. It's headed clear by Van der Ven, though. And Berry does really well again, screening across the front of his defence. Masamba finds a Carrière, of course, not very good defensively, and maybe that's affecting us in this game. You can see he's on a 6.2 down here. We might have to look to change that up. But we've worked the ball forward again. Carrière, now this is where he's dangerous. That cross was a good cross. Unfortunately, it was cut out by the defender, but he gets a second opportunity. Finds Cervantes with the effort. It's hit the inside of the angle and came back out. We're going to change Carrière because he's struggling just a little bit. Do we have a replacement? Of course we do. We've got our new signing in Reinhardt. Let's get Reinhardt onto the pitch. And hopefully we can go down the other end and pick up the win. It is FC Twente with the ball, though. Vreekamp goes flying in, lucky to get away with that one. But the FC Twente player does keep the ball. He's forced all the way back to his goalkeeper, though. Rolls it out to the central defender. Can we put the pressure on and win the ball high up the pitch? Hartman to Musseldak. Gets the ball back again. Looks to switch the play to the left-hand side. It's wasted, though. And easy for Masamba, who finds Carrière, who's not quite come off yet. Into Cervantes. Rimmer over the top towards Vreekamp. It's another poor ball. And Twente get the ball, but Berry steps in, wins it back. Now Willems towards... He's hit the post again. He was offside, though. He was offside. Cervantes, he's on a 6.3 himself, 6.2. He's hit the post for the second time in the game. It's 6.1 now. We're going to have to start shouting at these boys because we really, really need this win. And in fact, we're going to bring him off. We need to go. Let's get Frank Quant on. We're going to swap Vreekamp and Quant around as well. Quant, of course, has got a lot of goals for us this season in that centre-forward position. Hopefully he can get another one for us today because we do need this win. Like I said, if Ajax are dropping points, we need to make sure that we don't. And his Magnussen with the throw-in finds Barto inside to Berry, who's been fantastic today. By the way, has Berry. Barto again to Magnussen. It comes back to Barto. Badiola does get there, just about gets the ball back to Barto. Are we going to create something here? Barto drives forward now, in between two defenders, switches it to Willems, inside towards Quant. It was a poor ball forward in the end by Barto. He did well to create that little bit of space for himself, but his ball forward towards Willems was overhit, and that's probably about the best that Willems can do. And now it's Twente with the ball, but we've won it back through Badiola. And finds Magnussen with it. Magnussen driving down the left. He's got Willems ahead of him. Finds Willems. Quant's in the middle. It comes back to Magnusson. Magnusson creating the space. He's going to shoot, and I could see it. I could see that Magnusson was going to shoot there, and I could see that it was going to go miles over the bar. Now, SC20 are going to score here. The deep free kick. We do manage to head it away, but Burke is going to get there. Gets the ball back into the box. We've managed to head it clear again, but Hoogstad picks up the second ball again. Rinne goes flying in. It's pulled across. We've managed to get something in the way of the shot. Fortunately for us. We're running out of time here now, guys. Masamba finds Berry. Good ball forward towards Willems. Gets there first. Head of the defenders deflected up into the air. The goalkeeper's just gifted us 3 points. He's played so well all game as their goalkeeper. What did he do there? That's a gift, and do you know what? I'm not gonna say no to it. It's good block by the defender. This is easy for any goalkeeper, and he's given Quant the tap in to give us that lead and put us onto the top of the table again. If that's the kind of thing that's been happening at 20, it's no wonder they're down here. Injury time's over. I think we're just waiting for the full-time whistle now, unless 20 are going to equalise again in the 94th minute. Pajic feeds the ball forward. They are as well, you know. Burke's in. Oh, we fell asleep. Where's the two, Varto and Masamba? It's a good finish. And do you know what? I can't begrudge them that because of the mistake by their goalkeeper. It was a gift for us. It was going to be a 1-1 anyway by the looks of it. But we didn't need that. Can we rescue it? Ball forward towards Quant. Again, the goalkeeper's made up for his error. He was offside anyway. It was Quant. We're just waiting for that full-time whistle now, guys, because we're 2 minutes over the injury time. We are heading for a 2-2 draw here, which is rather disappointing, really, because Ajax have dropped points, and we can't afford to be doing that when Ajax drop the points. So then, guys, after that, very, very disappointing 2-2 draw with FC20. We remain a point behind Ajax. We have closed that gap in this episode, though, which is important, but we should be ahead of them. We should have beaten 20 there. We should be ahead of them. So we're going to have to rely on beating Ajax. Which hopefully we can do. That is the end of today's episode, though, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm not sure when we'll be back. It depends on what happens with the rest of the league table. We'll see. It could be us coming back a little bit early to win the title. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? If not, we'll be back at the end of the season, and we'll see exactly how we've got on. PSV have had a shocking season, by the way, down there. So have AZ, who finished second last season, I think, AZ. But guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Yeah, please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help me out massively. And I'll see you all next time. So cheers, guys. See you later.